up, guys? It's Intense Investor here, coming at you again for another episode on my YouTube channel. Hope you're all doing well tonight and hope you're all enjoying this nice new year. It's 2022 that has landed in our lap. We all need to try to make the best of it that we can, because it's a bright new year. New dreams, new goals for everybody, right? So I've been in this Hector project, Hector DAO, since probably early December. I really like the project. I like the team behind it. The main leader, Prometheus, he speaks a lot. But Prometheus is the co-founder of Hector. He's the one that does most of the talking in the AMAs. I was just listening to their new AMA for their roadmap for 2022, and boy, do they got a lot of stuff planned. It really gets me excited about the project because it's on Phantom, which is also an up-and-coming blockchain, which is still really young. And then you know, Hector is a new project. It only started in early November, I believe November 1st, when I look back at the chart. So, you know, you take those things into account. Had a lot of energy. It's been going great. They've been coming out, you know, with new developments, new ideas constantly. And like I said, after listening to Prometheus today, I think it's going to really be big for them in 2022. I just want to run through what Hector DAO is. It's a decentralized autonomous organization, which in its true essence is like DeFi, and what DeFi was meant to be, decentralized, right? It's not centralized like a bank or anything, but it's decentralized, you know, and that's the concept that it should be. So when we go over here, I was just listening to AMA, like I was saying. I was listening to Prometheus talk. You know, he had some slides he put up here. Hector DAO is the top Phantom project mentioned the most on Twitter last 7 days. That was on the 23rd December update. And that's ahead of like Spooky Swap, Tomb Finance, Phantom. That's another fork. Spirit Swap, Retrieve, Traba Finance, ZooCoin, Sodia, Summit DeFi. So it's leading that list right now. It's only 2 months old. And the price, only $64 right now. And we're talking about a coin that had gotten up at one point. There was a wick there that's up to $580. So at one point, it got way up there. So lots of potential for this coin. You know, they recently launched a proposal which is being voted on right now. It's for 2022 master plan and budgeting. So there's a risk-free value of the Treasury is 102 million right now. They want to propose to use approximately 7% of that, which is 7,200,000. To fund their developments for 2022. If this gets passed, they'll be able to hire like the top of the line developers, marketers, those types of things. It'll really make the project grow like crazy. So it's being voted on. It's a community vote. That's how DAOs work. They take votes with a community. But 99% yes right now, only 0.7% no. So more than likely this is going to go through. He kept saying in the video, you know, he hopes it goes through and everything. And I was thinking it probably is. And then when I looked over here, it was already up to 99% of people had said yes. So very good sign right there. Big things for Hector coming. I also want to touch on some of the other things he had that popped up. So this is another slide. It's also on the Discord. The Hector Eco System. Of course, you got the rebase. It's a rebase token right now. But he did mention eventually it's going to be a deflationary token and they're going to burn tokens. I think he said they burned like 30,000 HEC today or yesterday. That was about like $2 million or something. He said that in AMA. You know, they do want to go cross-chain. There's going to be a Hector Bank coming where you can actually lend out, you know, and borrow, you know, make money and returns like that. Hector NFT. That's going to be like this right here. It'll be an NFT, which might be able to be...
That's what I say. So excited.
Okay, hold on a second. It's going to be an NFT that'll probably be able to be used in a game. And then you got this Hector Launchpad, you know, like you got these starter launch pads for blockchains, for new coins. You're going to have that. There's going to be a Hector Swap, a Hector University, like for, you know, I guess learning about crypto related stuff. And then a Hector Pay, which means you'll be able to actually pay for things in the real world with crypto. And he did mention that some of these things are quite a ways off, but we'll probably start seeing a lot of these come to fruition in 2022. So listening to Prometheus talk, the guy's a really good speaker. Just the way, you know, he talks about the community and, you know, the investors and taking care of them. I really just like the way the guy talks. You can tell he has a true passion for what he's doing, which is what you need if you're going to grow a project like this. I did mention they're going to hire up to 41 more people. They currently have a team of about 16 people at the moment. The supply is going to be capped. I know I mentioned the burns and it being deflationary, but eventually the supply is going to be capped. It's going to be a deflationary coin. Because you face things like dilution. So when you look at the price right now, $64, but then you got this circulating supply. You got like 2,401,777. So this supply grows. The more people bond. So when you bond in this 4-4 or the 1-1 bond, it's going to make more HEC coins. So that's going to add to your supply. So the more you add supply, the more dilution you're going to get. And the more you add to the circulating supply, it's going to decrease your price over time. So you got investors that bought in right now, and the more dilution you're getting, that's going to drop that price. So you're actually like losing money due to dilution. And there's people that's got into this at like $100, $200, but that was more due to price action and the market, you know, rising and falling. But if dilution and bonding gets out of hand, you're adding a lot to your supply, and that's going to affect the price per coin a lot. It's going to drop it. That's why you see it brought up a lot, like, you know, how many coins is a token going to release, you know, in the next year or two. You know, they'll have like a plan to release tokens, so they don't just like kill the price by releasing like all their tokens at one time. They do it in phases, like over years. So he was talking about that, which is good. It's really interesting. So what Hector is at the moment is going to totally change in the future. And the way we're going to make money from it is also going to change, because you're going to have the NFTs. People on the NFTs are going to be able to make money from that. You know, just different. It's going to be different, a lot different, just listening to him talk about it. I would encourage you to listen to this. It's the Hector 2022 Plan Super Sunday. I'll put a link to it in the description if you want to get over there and check it out. But it goes through a lot of good stuff. Lots of good stuff. He was talking about how Phantom blockchain only uses 8,200 kilowatts of power, you know, compared to like Ethereum, which is like, was it like 89 billion, 700 million kilowatts. Bitcoin's like 102 billion. So you can see there. And also the global banking industry, 263 billion kilowatts of power. But Phantom's going to grow also. he talked about the speed of Phantom blockchain. It's like less than a half a second finality time for transactions. That's because it's a DAG blockchain. That's an acrylic graph. It can process things in parallel instead of just like in one series, like one block behind each other. Can actually process parallel, like more than one transaction at the same time, you know, instead of just like one block, two block, three block, four block. He talked about that a little bit. Just lots of stuff. I made some notes here too. Talked about the huge marketing efforts that are going to come out if this proposal passes, which it looks like it's going to. Everybody on Phantom's going to know about Hector if they don't already know. And the risk-free value of the Treasury, I talked about that. That was $102 million at the moment. So Hector has a lot of room to grow. If you haven't already checked out the Discord, there's 32,000 members in there. I would definitely check it out. You can see all the proposals that they have that are coming out for that. There's a Medium article they posted. I kind of wanted to scroll through that a little bit. You know, he just says, happy birthday, Hector. The last 2 months, they've had enormous success. They've, you know, added Olympus Pro governance bonds. I think they got the O and the H backwards there, but it's all right. You know, they got the first Route Phantom, MEM, USDC Frax bonds on Phantom. 4-4 bonds, which is where you can pretty much go in here. If you bond in a 4-4, the HEC tokens that you make from bonding, it'll automatically stake them for you over here in the staking. So 100% unique Safu Treasury investment contract with curve integration. He's just saying the developers never seem to sleep, and they do always seem like really busy. And also the marketing team does a really good job. Like, I see stuff on Twitter all the time right now. Top rebase token on Phantom platform was Hector, like I was talking about earlier. 2022 master plan, I went over a lot of that stuff. I tried to summarize it. You know, they're looking for that true utility, not just a coin that you just hold, not just a money grab, but a true utility in the coin, you know, like the gaming, the NFTs, you know, those kind of things. And they did stress that the roadmap is not static at this time. You know, there's no faster evolving space than the crypto space. Hector DAO in 2022 will combine the best of both worlds, a rebase project and an entire ecosystem of utility to create additional value for the HEC token. So how will this change things going forward? Well, you know, they did start as a fork. Never forget those roots. But this year, they will stop being considered a fork because there's going to be so many changes. It's going to be hard, you know, to go back and say, oh yeah, you still look like that fork. It's going to have a totally different face, you know, to everybody when they look at it. And this is what I was talking about. We have preliminary plans to turn the HEC token into a token with a capped or reducing supply. So we went over the map, and then they're going to be cross-chain. I talked about that on different blockchains. Hector Bank, you know, they've had that on the website for quite some time. They're going to integrate an open interest rate pool that allows users to lend and borrow digital assets all within the Hector ecosystem. You know, lenders can achieve an attractive APY without any risk of volatility of the HEC price by lending out stable coins. Oh yeah, that's what I was going to talk about too. They are wanting to create their own stable coin, which is very interesting. He said, Prometheus said that would allow them to do things that they can't, you know, possibly do at the moment right now, having their own stable coin. They're going to create a DeFi game, currently lovingly called Hector Game. We are creating a DeFi game which will allow users to earn rewards by playing P2P, the game will use the NFTs we have been creating and will expand over time. So the NFTs are going to have a use case, you know, kind of like Townstar, the one I made a video on, you know, a week ago or so. You know, you got NFTs that you can use in the game, like water towers. You know, they give you benefits. Revenues generated by the game support the expansion of not only the game, but the Hector ecosystem in general. NFT staking. I'm involved in a couple NFT staking programs right now. One's with Trava Finance. You can stake, it's like a night NFT, and you get so much percent yield from it. More than you would if you just held like the regular coin, right? So that's sort of, I think, what they're talking about with that. And you'll see a lot of these NFTs on Twitter. You can look up Prometheus. He's got 12,000 followers on Twitter. He's the same guy that was talking on the AMA. Ask me anything. But here's some NFTs here they're showing. So lots of cool stuff there. Hector Launch will be an incubator and launchpad for upcoming projects on the Phantom Opera chain. As of right now, there's a gap in the market for reliable incubators like this. And I can agree to that. Like, there's a lot of launchpad projects. I've been in a couple, like BSC Starter, Kickpad. They were not good platforms to launch a token on because they required you to stake the token for so many days to be able to buy, you know, the new token they're launching. But then people would dump their tokens, or they would time it where they could dump all their tokens right after they bought the new token, and it would kill the launchpad token's price. So maybe with Hector, something like this, where a lot of people are already staking Hector, you wouldn't have that same kind of price dump, you know, because they're actually earning the off the coins. These other launch pads, they weren't paying you anything to stake the coins, so people would just dump them because they knew everybody was going to do the same thing, you know. It was like a pump and dump. So that's unfortunate. Pissed a lot of people off, you know, and kind of hurt their perception of launchpad tokens. That was in earlier the year. I've had that experience. I don't really mess with launchpad tokens anymore. You know, meaning like you got to hold this token for the launchpad platform to be able to buy the newly listed token, you know, that's going to whitelist, or to whitelist for the token, you got to hold like 10,000 like BSC starter coins to be able to buy into the new token. But I don't mess with any of that BS anymore. Hector Swaps going to be a DEX aggregator embedded into Hector Eco System. Means that users can swap their tokens to and from Hec. That'd be cool. Have a built-in swap. Hector Pro protocol on liquidity as a service. Hector Pro provides custom treasury bonds optimized to individual needs. Any protocol interested in using bonds will be able to use Hector Pro. This will essentially allow projects to run funding rounds comparable to whitelist ICOs after they have launched. That's pretty cool. Hector University is an education center which features short courses to teach people about the Hector Eco System. Can't talk tonight. The Hector Stablecoin. This is cool. I really like this. Yes, you read that right. We are running feasibility studies into launching our own stablecoin offering. To reach the level of growth we are targeting for Hector, we need to offer a broader range of services than rebasing along. We have identified 2 key reward loops which will burn Hec tokens, drive Hec demand up, and increase bonding inflows, all the while simultaneously providing users with stakeable stablecoins which offer high competitive APR, APY rewards. Preliminary tests are showing positive results. We expect to be in a position to reveal more about this soon. Sorry to read all that to you, but it's pretty exciting stuff. I figured while I'm here, I might as well just read it anyway. Hector Pay. This is a great idea here. Hector Pay is one of the most ambitious goals we have. We aim to create a payment system which will allow users to pay for real-world items using their DeFi crypto balance. The ultimate goal of cryptocurrencies, in our view, is to replace fiat currencies, all with a focus on decentralization. The benefits of being able to pay with cryptocurrencies are obvious: extremely low transaction fees, increased speed, better security. Users will also be able to send and receive coins on multiple networks to and from friends and family using a mobile app. So that's some really big ambitions and goals. They're hiring like 41 more people in the team. That's part of this new proposal I was just talking about. So lots of good stuff. They got this revenue stream layout here. It's an overview of the flow of capital through the Hector Eco System. How everything like the Pro, Bank, NFT, Launch, Swap, and Merge all go through the DAO wallet. And then there's this buyback burn mechanism, marketing, development, salaries. And then you got the Treasury. They're talking about taking like that 10% a month out of the Treasury to help, pay for some of that too. They kind of break it down here. All major expenses greater than 50,000 of both the Treasury and the DAO wallet will be put to a vote. So if it's greater than 50,000, they're going to put it to a community vote, either through a HIP proposal or quick Discord vote if the situation warrants it. All expenses from both Treasury and the DAO wallet will require multi-sig approval. That means multiple people have to approve a transaction. Like I myself just can't approve it, but me, that guy, this other guy, and her, we all have to approve it at the same time for it to be able to process or for it to go through. Safety first. So that's pretty good. That's awesome. You got to have multi-sig with something like that. They talk about the budget here. That's where that 7,200,000 comes from. And that's this HIP10 that they're voting for right now. As Prometheus always says, it's a marathon, not a sprint. So you got to have patience. If you're invested in Hector, you need to give it, at least probably the next 3 to 6 months to really see some of this stuff start taking off. But they're going to be working on it. They've been doing a great job so far. I think out of all the DAOs, they're the ones that's developed the quickest and with the highest quality. So, those two things, speed and quality, usually are not together, but in this case they were. And Prometheus is a great leader. He's a great speaker. We're going to continue to see great things from Heck, I believe. I'm pretty bullish on it. I think it's one of my better investments at the moment. So, right now, the price, $64. It had gotten up above a couple $100 there, $152 million market cap. But the risk-free part of the market cap or the Treasury there is like 102 million. Risk-free value of Treasury assets, 102,910,000. 90% of Heck is staked at the moment. So that's really awesome. I think I'm earning like a couple Heck per rebase, maybe like 3.3 per rebase right now. So pretty good little income per day there. The runway that the Treasury could pay out is 230 days, which that's awesome. If you want to buy Hector, you can buy it on Spooky Swap or Spirit Swap. I usually buy it on Spooky Swap. If I'm wanting to buy, like, say if I take some of my strong block earnings, Gala coin or whatever, I send it to KUCOIN, then I'll trade it to USDT, and then I'll buy Phantom coin, and then I'll send that out of KUCOIN as a Phantom mainnet, and I send it to my MetaMask wallet address on the Phantom blockchain. You got to make sure you have Phantom set up first. There's some guides on how to do that. But you send it to there, and then you go to Spooky Swap. You go to Swap. Sometimes I like to click on the expert mode right here. You can just see like the chart. It's kind of nice. I got the chart up here. But, you can pick your Phantom. I got like 7 Phantom. I'm just using that for gas pretty much. You don't always want to swap all your Phantom either, because you need to keep a little bit for gas when you're swapping to Hector. But, download MetaMask. If you do use KUCOIN, I do got a link if you're interested in that. It's in the description. but you can buy your Phantom and it'll let you withdraw in Phantom mainnet coin, which you can send to MetaMask. Then you can connect your MetaMask on the Phantom mainnet network to Spooky Swap, and then you can swap that Phantom to Hec. And then from there you go back to Hector DAO where you can stake it. That's where you just have to click stake. I'll connect here. So then you connect your wallet and you should be able to stake, and you'd hit like your max, you know, that you got. Then you'd hit stake and it should stake your Hec, right? That's really all I got for now. Like, I had never done a review on Hector, but I have been in the project for a little over a month now. I wish I'd have got in earlier, but you know, at that time you had like Spartacus, you had like this Jade protocol, which those are still around, but they had such a decline in their market cap and their price that it made a lot of people hesitant on rebase tokens or on forks. So, you know, I think Hector has the right idea about it, so that's why I invested in them, and that's the only on fork I'm invested in at the moment. I just like the team behind it. I think they're going to do great things in 2022, and plus the price has stayed pretty stable now, and as you can see, we're starting to creep back up again in the total value deposited. And the Treasury assets, it keeps growing. You see this keep fanning out bigger and bigger, right? So that means everything is also growing. Runway's growing. Hec staked. I mean, 90% of people got their Hec staked. So I think a lot of people are pretty bullish about it. But that's all I'm really going to talk about tonight. Check out that AMA that Prometheus did. And also read this Medium article that I just went through. I'll post some links to it in the description. But other than that, just try to keep an eye on Hector. I think it's a good one, and I think it's a gem right now. But check it out. And you guys have a good week, and Happy New Year. Thanks. Bye.